Hello, everybody. Welcome back to What Businesses Need to Know Right Now, where we bring interviews with the experts who've got the answers that you need for your business and the challenges that you're facing today. Today, I've brought Dee Bowden with me. I'm so excited. The topic she's going to help us dig into today is something that every single business faces to some extent, some larger than others. It's just a challenge every business has. So I'm glad to be able to bring it out. Dee is just she's a rock star, and actually we met at Rocket Fuel, which is another great organization to be part of, but just goes to show what a rock star Dee is. She has a book, Collect the Cash, that talks about what we're going to be going over today. And after recovering $7.5 million for a large government agency, Dee recognized that small businesses need this kind of support. Yes, we do. Thank you so much for recognizing that. She's on a mission to serve business owners by sharing her 3-step system. She has 10 years of financial recovery experience in which she has collected over $10 million for several companies and government agencies. Welcome, Dee. I'm so glad to have you here.
Hey, good afternoon, Nettie. This is a fabulous opportunity to be on this show with you. I'm super excited. Yes, we definitely got connected through our mutual friend Wanda out of Rocket Fuel Podcasting and Rocket Fuel, the networking group. So for that, great. Yeah, collect the cash. That's the part. That's the stuff that most people go, no, I don't want to do that part.
I know. I like doing the work. I don't want to ask for the money. Like that's kind of what it boils down to. So.
And that's why I'm here. First of all, thank you very much again for the opportunity. So, to your business owners that are listening, listen. I know you would rather get a root canal than have to ask your client to pay you, especially after you've done the work and you're like, listen, why do I have to ask you for my money? Didn't we agree that you were gonna pay me? Yeah, that part. So, here's how. So let me do this. Let me tell you a little bit about me. So I'm originally from Boston. I now live in the great state of Maryland. Fun facts about me: I love Ferris wheels, smooth jazz, and great wine. So if you're a wine lover, we're gonna get along really, really well. So those are my fun facts. Now, most everybody wants to know, Dee, what's up with Collect the Cash? Well, I was just telling Nellie before we went live. So today is September 1st, 2021. It's the third quarter of 2021, y'all. The 8 months of this year have already gone by.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your business has outstanding receivables, unpaid invoices, you're already starting to stress because you're like, oh crap, or some other choice words. I haven't gotten paid. And you're looking at payroll and all the things you need your money for to run your business. Now, I get it that asking people for money is uncomfortable. So I teach you the art and science of how to collect the cash and keep your business profitable by answering this question. What had happened was, because when you don't get paid after you do the work, that's the question. What happened? Mm-hmm. What had happened was, so the way I do it is this. So I tell a short story. So about 15 years ago, I used to work for a small IT company outside of Boston, where I'm from. They hired me because they had $8 million in outstanding receivables. You know how it is when you get hired. Welcome aboard. Here's your cubicle. Here's your box. Here's your plant. Here's the outstanding receivables we need you to collect. I was like, y'all got $8 million? Like, $8 million. I'm like, seriously. Now, you might be a business owner. You're like, well, I don't have 8 million. Whether you have 8 million or $8, it's still the same thing. When you do the service or provide the service or sell the product and you don't get paid, you got to answer the question, what happened? So you have to do problem solving, customer service, gratitude. My 3 keys are problem solving. What had happened was, why didn't I get paid? Was there a mistake done on the invoice? Did it get sent to the wrong department? Did somebody not get it? If you ordered sneakers and you got 10, ordered and paid for 10 sneakers, you only got 8. First question, what happened? Where's my other 2 sneakers? Problem solving. You got to get on the phone and ask the questions. Well, I placed the order for 10 sneakers. You paid me. I paid for 10 sneakers. I only got 8. Got to solve the problem. Customer service on behalf of your customer is, okay, Nettie, we see in the system that you ordered 10 sneakers. You're right. We messed up. We only sent you 8. And you expect them to solve that problem and do good customer service and either credit you for the 2 sneakers or send you an extra pair of sneakers for your inconvenience. The gratitude is that they're expressing the fact they're expressing the fact that they recognize you are a customer that can spend your dollars anywhere. And when you thank people for doing business with you, it makes a difference. Especially like I'm sure you probably had this, Nettie. during the holiday season, we get these cards from our clients that say, thank you so much for your being a great customer. We've enjoyed serving you all year long. We wish you happy holidays, and we look forward to servicing you or you being a great customer in 2022 or whatever. What are they doing? Customer service and gratitude, because they recognize in business you have a choice where you spend your money.
Absolutely. I'd love to just interrupt you for 2 seconds here. One thing that you said right at the beginning really caught my attention, and I think it's something that's important. So many people tie the health of their business or how they feel about their customers to whether or not their customers are paying them. And so it becomes almost a judgment on their work or on their worth. If a customer doesn't pay an invoice, oh my gosh, am I a bad person? They don't respect me. They don't, they didn't honor my system or my boundaries or any of those kinds of things. So I love how you take all of that emotion, that negative emotion out of it. And it's just, we start with problem solving. What's going on? Maybe we forgot to send the invoice. Maybe, maybe we had the wrong credit card on file or the date expired. So often, and I'm guessing you find this to be true too, it's just a small error in the process that has caused, this thing. And clearly over time, it can build up to massive proportions. I mean, $8 million is not a small amount to be looking for in the business. And, that can really help move things along. And cash flow is so important. So I love that, there's none of that emotional baggage that comes with it. It's just, what's the problem that needs to be solved? I love that customer service is in there, because what I've experienced is most people want to pay you. They want you to have, what you're due. And then being able to express gratitude for that, for the customer, for the process. I love how simple that is and how effective that strategy is. So do you have some sort of system that you put in place for tracking, once you recognize that there's a problem in the system? How do you do that?
Absolutely. Great question. So I actually have a tracking system, and it's actually called the Collect the Cash tracking system. And it basically,
of course it is.
Of course it is. Hey, what else would it be? Yeah. So what it is basically you are tracking the name of your customer, the contract number if you have one. What's the value of the contract? What did you, your product or your service? When did you invoice them? When are you supposed to get paid? And then I have a section called notes. And what that does is you track every single thing that happened, and when you build them, and then basically based on the terms of your contract, is it net 10, net 25, net 30? And if your the payment hasn't come in on the date that you have it tracked, you already know. You, as a business owner or somebody who on your team, has to start making those calls to find out what had happened because that's what it is. Because like you said, normally in business, when people aren't paying you, unless there's something that's gone really left, it's usually data entry errors, a mistake in the details, or something like that. And a lot of times, what I've learned is a lot of people just don't want to own up to the fact that they made a mistake, because there's this perception that if I tell you I goofed, then you're gonna judge my entire business process service on the fact that I made a mistake, as opposed to, listen, mistakes are a part of life. That happens in business and personal. And the sooner you're able to take responsibility for the mistake and fix it, it's better. I work on talking about this because this is a conversation, because it deals with money. Most people get very uncomfortable about it. They're like, they get squeamish, they get all things. I'm trying to take it to the fact that, listen, when I say collect the cash, the sale is not complete until the money's in the bank, is because that's true. Sales and accounts receivable, they go together. The best example of this is a cell phone. Everybody who's listening, whether you're team iPhone or team Android, you can appreciate this. This is what happens in business. You go into the whatever phone store it is. Welcome, Nettie, to such and such store. How can we help you today? First, the sale has already started. As soon as they take your driver's license and they confirm that you are who you are, so it's Nettie Owens. Miss Owens, do you know you're eligible for a phone upgrade? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Boom. Sale is already started. Before you walk around the store one time, they're asking you, what kind of phone would you like? They're already starting to sell you. Next thing you know, oh, you're eligible for an upgrade. Okay, well, I'm team Android, so I'm at Samsung, I think it's 21. So it's probably 22 or 23 by the time we air this. So the next phone upgrade. So the contract has already started. So you're like, okay, you know what? I want to take advantage of this sale. I'm gonna upgrade my phone. So you upgrade. So the sale has already happened. Next thing you know, you're in a new contract for your phone. Order fulfillment. On the back of the phone box, they then scan your barcode. The system's information is already in the system. Invoicing, accounts payable. The company already says, okay, Nettie, what date would you like your invoice to be? You're like, okay, I want my bill to be paid on the 25th. So sales, contracts, order fulfillment, order entry is already done. Billing, and then accounts receivable, payments. You tell them I'm gonna pay my bill on the 25th, or they get this magic button. They'll disconnect your services before you leave if you don't settle it. Then, so you've got sales, contracts, order entry, order fulfillment, billing, receivables. Then the thing that makes all of this work is that they'll say, before you leave the store, you're looking for these two words, transaction approved, because you don't get to leave the store until they confirm that you have paid for your services. Give me 1 second. My screen just went blank.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So while she's doing that, I just want to make sure that you get what you need. If you've been listening to this interview, Dee has been sharing so much great information. If you would like more, if collecting on unpaid invoices or open invoices is something that your business could use some support with, I would encourage you to text RF-collect to 411321. The information is here on the screen, and what that's going to provide you is a guidebook on 3 keys to collecting unpaid invoices and still maintaining strong customer relationships, which is so important right now. Everybody's at a higher level of stress, but that doesn't mean that you and your business need to stop asking for the money that you are due. And just like that great example that Dee provided about the phone store, we don't need to make this complicated. The bill gets paid, you continue the service. The bill doesn't get paid, you don't continue the service. It's pretty straightforward. It's like either or, right? And I love what you also said, even though the sale starts when somebody walks in that door, it's not complete until the money's in the bank, which means at any point, if in that phone store example, if somebody said, you know what, I'm not ready to upgrade, and they walk out the door, you don't collect that sale. That's it. It's done. And yes, you can do the follow-up and all of that kind of stuff, but you're not recording that as a done thing until that money is in the bank. So great reminder there. Dee, it has been fabulous to have you on here. I know this information is really going to strike a chord with our listeners. Thank you for the opportunity to have this resource. Check Dee out. She's a rock star, and I hope you'll come back next time. If you love this and the other interviews that we're offering, you can check them all out here at whatbusinessesneedtoknow.com. And we look forward to seeing you the next time we are live. Take care.